So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Aaron here, and today it is time for episode number 2 of Players to Buy on FIFA 20 Career Mode. This is the series where I bring you a list of players that you should watch out for the next game, because they are going to be mega, either based on how they are on FIFA Career Mode already, or based on how well they've done in real life. There's plenty of players here who've had breakthrough seasons, or have just generally impressed for a second season, third season in a row, and hence are probably going to get upgraded. Once again, leave your suggestions down in the comment section below. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to include any of them for today, because I've had to get ahead with 2 episodes in a row as I'm recording this, because I'm going away and I've not had the chance, obviously, to go through the comments because I haven't even uploaded the first episode yet. I hope that makes sense, but from episode 3 onwards, I'll start including your comments and suggestions on the screen. First of all, though, first player in this video is Kean of Juventus. Another player, another striker actually, like in episode 1, who has had a breakthrough season this year, starting to get into the Juventus starting 11 and starting to score plenty of goals. He obviously made his debut for Italy at the age of 18. I think he made his debut for Juventus at the age of 17, potentially. He's been out on loan a little bit as well, but he's had a really good season. 73 overall, very good potential in the mid-80s at the moment. 3-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot for the Italian. He's got 7 goals in 16 appearances for Juve, including some very important ones. And a bit of a turbulent year overall with a race row and fallout with teammates and stuff, but overall, it has been positive out on the pitch. Obviously, aside from the politics of it. Next up, though, another player based in Italy. This is Empoli's central midfielder, Ishmael Benassa, who plays for Algeria in terms of his nation, and hence lifted the African Cup of Nations this summer with his Algerian teammates. He actually won the player of the tournament as well, at the age of just 21. That is very, very impressive from the ex-Arsenal Youth Academy player. This guy was actually sold by the North London side, and he's gone on to Empoli, and he seems to have flourished quite a lot, has the Algerian. But yeah, player of the tournament at the African Cup of Nations is no mean feat, so fair play to him. He's going to be very good, I feel, on the next game. I think he's only got a potential of 83 at the moment. I'd expect that to be 84 or 85 for him, which will then hopefully match his potential on Football Manager as well. Next up is Andreas Olson, a winger playing for Nordsjælland over in the Danish league. Now, this might seem like a very obscure one, the 70 rated, very pacey winger who can also play on the left and as a striker through the middle as well. You can see he's got very good shooting stats. There's a reason for that. This guy's had an unbelievable first full season over in the Danish Superliga. Bearing in mind, he's only 19 and plays as a winger. Traditionally, he scored 24 goals in 41 games in all competitions over there. That is insane. I don't care what league you're playing in. The Danish league is probably the most competitive Scandinavian league anyway, so it's not a bad league to be scoring that many goals in as a winger. Unreal stats for that position. 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. If you're looking for an obscure player from a different league, like the Polish league or the Danish league, he is definitely your go-to man. A lot less of an obscure one now, though. It's Foden from Manchester City, the extremely young and promising attacking midfielder. I've just never seen an English player like him, or I haven't seen an English player like him for a very long time. That Spanish-esque play style is not something you expect to see from a man who's come through the Manchester City Youth Academy. Attacking mid, as I said, can play as a centre mid as well, just a traditional one. 75 overall. I think he's got potential of 88 or 89 right now. To be honest, I expect that to stay the same. He hasn't had the greatest amount of game time for Man City this season. He has broken into the starting 11 a few times, but not on a regular basis. He was, however, the one shining light for England in the under-21 Euros, despite a very disappointing campaign. He was the shining light, especially with that solo goal against France. So once again, a massive Wonderkid there. Now, Wonderkid on a different game is Radoslav Mayakovsky, who's very, very good on Football Manager, yet it seems to be passing EA by. The Legia Warsaw goalkeeper is from Poland, 62 overall, and currently only has a potential of 78. Now, on Football Manager, he's pretty much shoe-in Wonderkid, yet for some reason that hasn't translated over to FIFA. It's not like he's playing in a bad league. Mayakovsky was another Polish goalkeeper who played in the Polish league and had an unreal potential when he first came to the game. So it's not as if it's the league he's playing in. He could quite easily have a good potential. It's just that EA haven't really discovered it yet. Hopefully, that will change going into FIFA 20, because he's a very good and promising goalkeeper in real life. The second most valuable under-19 goalkeeper on Transfer Market, which is a website where you can see how good certain players are and how much they're valued. There's only one goalkeeper of his age group better than him on that website. Definitely someone to check out, as is this man here, Jayden Bogle, the 68 rated right back from Derby County in the Championship, is another player who's broken through this season. Under the guidance of Frank Lampard, who's since now moved on to Chelsea, Jayden Bogle has flourished at right back and was a key part of them getting to the playoff final this season in a Championship. Unfortunately for them, they were beaten by Aston Villa. Good dribbling and defensive stats, very pacey, another English youngster. EA love to overhype English youngsters, but in this case, I think it is actually justified. His potential right now is already 85. I think upping that would be a little bit undeserved, but I think if it remains at 85, that's a fair estimation. Regardless, he's a very good young and also crucially quite cheap right back who'll grow pretty quickly. Samuel Chukwueze is next up, the Nigerian Young Player of the Year. Extremely pacey, very good agility, balanced jumping, stamina and reactions. He's a super skillful, super direct winger playing for Villarreal in La Liga, or the Spanish first tier. 74 overall right now with a potential of 86. Another player I don't necessarily expect to go up or down in potential. He has had a very impressive season, but I think 86 potential for now is pretty much justified. Overall, as I said, very solid season. Got 5 goals from 26, which doesn't sound amazing, but he is a winger at the end of the day, and he's still young. Only 20 years of age, high attacking work rate, 4-star skill moves, and 3-star weak foot. If you're looking for a mid-bracket in terms of price winger, I think Chukwueze is one player to definitely look out for. Now, we've got probably the most entertaining name next up. Mitchell, or Michel, I'm going to assume it's Mitchell Vlap, is next up from Heerenveen over in the Eredivisie. The Dutch attacking midfielder, interesting name aside, has had an unbelievable season for Heerenveen. It's actually resulted in a move away from the Eredivisie to the Belgian league in the form of Anderlecht, which is probably a step up in terms of team, but maybe not necessarily in terms of league. I don't know, I'll leave that up to you guys, but as an attacking midfielder, 16 goals in 34 appearances in a league that's relatively difficult like the Eredivisie is very impressive. High attacking work rate, medium defensive, 4-star weak foot, 6'3" as well. I think his potential is only about 81 or 82 right now. In my opinion, it should be more like 83 or 84 after a season like that. Hopefully he continues to impress over in the Belgian Pro League after winning his side's Player of the Tournament or Player of the Season award for Heerenveen. Now next up, another player who's earned a move to potentially a bigger side, Eder Militao has swapped Porto for the Galacticos of Real Madrid, which means you won't be able to sign him in the first season like you won't be able to sign Vlap. But if you're willing to be patient, this guy is going to have an unreal potential. I mean, it's actually a joke. He had an unreal season for Porto. The Brazilian was in the Copa America side for Brazil that won that tournament during the course of the summer. 80 overall. Can play as a centre-back and a right-back. I think he actually started as a right-back on the game, but now he is a centre-back. Only 21 years of age. His potential is going to be at least 88, probably 89, I would imagine, on FIFA 20. High defensive work rate, which is what you always want on a centre-back. You don't want your defenders roaming forwards randomly. Unreal bit of business for Real Madrid in the summer, and an unreal player they've got on their hands. He'll be so good on FIFA 20. Arne Sigurdsson, we go back under the radar for this one. The Cska Moscow centre-forward, centre-mid, and also attacking mid is from Iceland, if that name didn't already give it away. 67 overall, 82 potential on career mode, but he's had a really solid season. I think a lot of people seem to think he should have a potential of 84 or 85. Now, I'll be brutally honest, I have never watched this man play. I've never seen him play for Iceland, if he's had a professional or international cap for them at senior level, and I'm not really an avid watcher of the Russian league. I'm just going with what people say, and a lot of people say he should be upgraded based on his goal scoring this season. So he might be an under-the-radar hidden gem for the next game, especially if he's got a potential of 84 or 85. Playing for a team like that, he might be a little bit cheaper, so definitely keep an eye out for Sigurdsson. And then finally, we return to a defensive player. Alex Centelles is next up from Valencia. Now, this could be a little bit more of a long game play. This is another player who's very good on Football Manager. That hasn't really translated, though, into FIFA. I think his potential's only 78 or 79. It might be 80, but it's not really much higher than that. He's 64 overall at the moment, can play as a left back and also as a left wing back. Spanish, playing for Valencia, yet another Spanish left back coming from Valencia. Is that not a bit odd now? Like Jordi Alba, like Gaia, and now we've got like there's more as well, Lato as well. There's so many left backs that come out of Valencia. I don't know what they've got going on over there, but every player they seem to have in a youth academy plays in this position. Regardless of that though, Football Manager Wonderkid on loan at the moment in the Portuguese leagues. That might see him get quite a lot of game time and hence get quite a few upgrades during the course of the season once he actually proves how good he really is. So watch out for him during the course of FIFA 20, not just at the start. That though rounds up episode number 2 of Players to Buy in FIFA 20 Career Mode, and I hope you have enjoyed. Once again, apologies I wasn't able to include your suggestions in this video. It's because I'm getting ahead by like 10 days because I'm going away on holiday in the upcoming weeks, or I am right now actually while you're hearing this, but regardless, you don't care about that. Episode 3 will have your suggestions in, so feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed, slap a like on this one and subscribe if you're new. You can also follow me on social media. It's at the official FNG on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.